What Mama never told you about hair damage, hair breakage. So, hair breakage 101. It's been a while since I made a video about what Mama never told you, and I remember we all loved that video serious, and I will leave you here the playlist of what Mama never told you lessons I left online a while ago. But this is one that I think is very beneficial. I'm not certified anything, just remember that. But I love to research about hair and my hair journey. I've cut it short, and since my wedding to now, I've grew that much of my hair, which is gigantic given that I have anemia. So yeah, so all of this happened because of the research I've done and I've put into this, and I want to share with you the information so that you take it from there and continue your journey of growing your hair and not breaking it. I've made a video a while ago about hair. I will also link that, but today I'm making specifically about hair breakage. Make sure to subscribe, like or dislike the video. Follow me on Instagram. We are almost at 10,000. We're getting a giveaway soon at the number 10,000 person. So help us get there. Let's get started. I will be reading from my notebook, and as you can see my drawing skills, I've drew some of the hair breakage types. I will also be butchering some names. I apologize for that in advance. But we have 4 hair breakage types, and they have a certain pattern to show, like how they look on the hair. But at the same time, I will tell you what causes these breakages. So if you have one of those breakages, you can control it by checking certain things. Healthy hair starts within. So before we start anything, it's very important to go get your blood tests done and check your blood vitamin levels and everything in order to know if you have any deficiency. This will save you a lot of time and products and thinking, because once you get that in order, everything will just change from there. The first type is called tricholosis. Trichopitlosis is basically when you see the hair strand at the end diverging into 2. So it's a normal hair and then it goes into 2 branches. And this usually happens when the cuticle gets weak and then it gets separated. So the cuticle of the hair gets weaker and weaker. And that can happen with any harsh change in temperature and any change in acidity, which actually is usually caused by one of these things. If your tap water is alkaline or not pH balanced, that can cause this type of damage. So for example, getting a water filter in your shower might help you if you have that type of hair breakage. Another thing is non-direct change of temperature, meaning not like the hair iron or curling iron, but the hair dryer. Believe it or not, this is the type of damage that happens if you use blow dryers, because what happens is a strong change in temperature between cold and hot. Your hair is a bit cold, then you put it under hot, and then you lock the style with cold air, and that absolutely does this type of damage. Another thing that does this type of damage is hair dyeing as well. Dyeing the hair opens up the cuticle, and that kind of make it weaker, and this is the first type. The second type is called trichocalasis, and actually it is classified as traumatic hair. They call it traumatized hair. And how does this look? This usually is the hair cuticle is remaining intact, but the hair strand from inside is broken. And you can see this by actually seeing the hair at the end broken. You know, when you see this, the hair was going like this and then at the end it broke. This is exactly the trichocalasis type of damage. And this one usually happens from protein deficiency. So if you're not eating enough proteins or protein supplementation, sulfur deficiency, weak immunity, or autoimmune diseases in general, or overwashing your hair, meaning washing your hair daily or with the wrong shampoos, that kind of causes this type of traumatic hair damage. The next is called fracture hair breakage, and this is a physical damage. And the fracture hair breakage, it actually shows at the end of the hair. This happens when you see someone with stringy hairs at the end that looks stringy, because this happened by physical hair damage. This happens usually when you brush your hair strongly, or you brush through a knot, or you take out a hair band strongly where it gets knotted and breaks. This also happened with hair pulling and things like this, when you pull the hair for making styles like the braids, and this is called a hair fracture breakage. The last but not least is trichorhexis, and this is when the end of the hair have a white or a black dot, and this is usually caused by UV rays. So if you go into the sun with your hair down, you don't have any protective film on top of your hair, like a hat or scarf, or there are some products now that are sold for hair protection against the sun. This also can help a lot. So these things can actually make a tremendous help for that type of damage. Also, chemical straightening the hair, like protein or keratin treatments, Brazilian blowout, all of these things. Another thing is malnutrition and thyroid imbalance. So with these 4 hair damage types, you know that even if you have a healthy scalp and the hair grows from the scalp, if you do not protect your hair ends from damage, you will never see the growth. So it will be growing from here, but from here, not really. The next video, maybe if you're interested, would be about the scalp health in general, and you have to understand that the moment you differentiate between your scalp and the ends is the moment your hair gets healthier. I hope that video was beneficial. Let me know in the comment section down below which of these 4 types you have, or if you have multiple. Another thing, you let me know if you knew this kind of information. It was news to me when I was researching, so I thought like I have to teach my fellas here and tell the ladies about it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.